coffee. And hot.
Wake up, America. You've got a dog that needs walking. That's right, sunshine. Just put on a big pot of strong coffee and get ready to type your little hate mail with your opinions about kumbaya and flat earth insanity. Stand-up comedy? You want stand-up comedy? Well, we've got sit-down comedy. It's time for Coffee with the Dog. You make me laugh.
No. Hello? Oh, it works. Does it really work? Everything is so loud. Yeah, that's what I say to that. Good morning, folks. It is Wednesday, Hump Day, January 10th, 2024. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope the weather is treating you okay. Been pretty wild in a lot of places. Last night we had torrential winds, but they seem to have died down, and we're going to have some rain or possibly snow today, and the winds will pick back up. It's just crazy all over the country. I understand there was a tornado watch in Florida last night. I don't think a tornado touched down, not that I know of anyway. Ian is in the chat room already and says, damn, that mustache got white real quick. Age 10 years and 2 weeks. Yes, that actually did happen. For the record, I am feeling a little bit better, starting to feel a little bit alive again. Not at all 100% yet, but definitely coming back to life. Was able to get a couple of things done yesterday. The big news that has me excited is the biggest comedian on the planet, the biggest comedian in terms of actual size, Sam Talent, is coming to Governors on March 8th and 9th. And I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be my mission to sell out every seat. Now, I don't know exactly how many seats Govs hold, but I would guess 450. I'm going to see if there's actual information on the website about that, but I think it's 450. I believe he's doing 2 shows as of now, one Friday and one Saturday. Generally, they do 2 shows a night there. I don't know why it's just 1 show a night, but I'm just seeing where about the club. Our club's main room at Levittown, blah 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 blah. Doesn't say how many it seats. You would think they'd put that stuff in case people wanted to rent the place out, because they do rent it out for special events every once in a while. But no, but I'm just guessing about 450 seats. So pretty big to do. Last time Sam was here was a year ago. He was at Union Hall in Brooklyn and did sell that place out. But I would venture that place probably has about 125 to 150 capacity total. Anyway, there might be an opportunity for some of our friends to get some time on that, especially if I can be instrumental in helping sell the place out. Listen, I know Sam is killing it right now. He is absolutely one of the funniest comedians. His latest special was out just the week before, the week between Christmas and New Year's, and it was killer. Very funny stuff. But he's not a household name yet, and 450 2 nights in a row might be a difficult thing. He said he needs all the help he can get selling it out too. We talked to him a little bit on Twitter just last night, and so I think if we can help that, maybe we can create some minutes of opportunity for some of our friends. So I'm looking forward to that. I'd be looking forward to that either way. It's always good to see Sam. He's been on the program a couple of times and never let me down. A very funny guy, and so go see Sam. Order your tickets now. They're on sale now. You can go to samtalent.com or you can go to govs.com and the event thing there. It's in the main room in Levittown in March. Special event. Check it out. No listing of who is with him, but you'll be hearing about it over and over again for the next 2 months because I'm going to be on this. This is one thing I'm not going to forget to do every single day until the place is sold out. On that note, Governors is having a holiday party on Monday night for people associated with the club. I'm supposed to go. I've been invited to go, and I think it might be a good thing. Might be a good thing if I actually go and say hello to some of the people, shake hands or not shake hands because we don't do that anymore in the age of COVID. Maybe bump elbows, maybe just wave from across the room, something like that. But say hello and maybe as a network, as they say, might be a good thing. I have no guests today. Which I have to get back to work, booking a guest. I know I've been slacking. What can I tell you? I've been under the weather and slacking. So we got nobody. Thought we were going to have somebody today, a musician, songwriter, but it turns out his day job got in the way and can't do it. So we all got nothing to talk about except what's in the news, politics, politics, pop culture, and nonsense. That's what we have for you today. And speaking of nonsense, Willie's here. Good morning,
Boy,
Willie.
that was a great segue. I just
I
want to
know.
let you know, solid.
GD is muted, but that's fine. He was going to say something about a coffee company that doesn't exist anymore. So, yeah, that's good. Nice.
You
What do you mean doesn't exist anymore?
Doesn't
I still
exist
have
anymore.
more. I still have more cup left.
Well, you're going to run out of cup soon. Use your cup while you can because the cup will be taken away from you. They're coming. The cup police will be on their way shortly.
Oh damn it! So how many of these? How many of these things do I have to do left to do?
None. None.
Damn it!
Well, we still have Mind Dog coffee for sale for another couple of weeks or so, but nobody's
Okay,
buying the shit.
mine dog coffee. Mine dog coffee. I don't always drink coffee, but when I do,
How about something
you
like
better.
buy it so I don't have to have a closet full of it. That's that.
Okay, here we go. My
And
dog coffee. Buy it because I got a whole shitload of this stuff.
yeah,
And if you don't want to have kids anymore,
yeah.
mine dog coffee and tea.
So breaking news. Not breaking news, but an update on the ad stuff. Because I was sick and wasn't following up, they did not start the ads. I was supposed to put some paperwork in I did not know about. But that actually is fortuitous. So I'm going to start it February 1st.
okay?
We're pushing stuff back so that it will run all through February and the first 2 weeks of March, which could really be
Oh,
a good thing.
great, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Now, as I mentioned in the opening, Sam Talent is going to be doing 2 shows at Governors and needs help selling the tickets out. He could use all the help he could get. That's how he phrased it. So I'm going to do my best to be part of selling that out. And I think if I talk to him, I mean, Sam's a good guy. And when I saw him at Brooklyn Union Hall, he was putting people on the show who there were like 6 comedians I think that were on that show. So I think I could probably secure some minutes for if you guys are in town March 8th and 9th. So that might be a good opportunity. It might work out very fortuitous all along with all that stuff. Now the company that does the digital billboard said there is a 24/7 website where you can go to and see the live stream of.
Oh, really? Awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome.
I gotta get the URL when it's up. I will get the URL. So,
Okay.
so I figured it's probably better not to come to New York in January than it's better to wait until things are actually happening. Who's Rappler? Still hype from the comedy special George Carlin released yesterday.
What?
What?
Does
that make sense to anybody? George Carlin?
No. No. Oh shit!
Oh shit! What?
Oh, I'm wearing the wrong hat today.
You are. Carl's coming in to save the day as usual. Good morning, Carl.
Yeah,
Hello,
Carl. So good
What's
to
up, dude?
see you, my buddy from across the pond.
I
Or is
ran
that
into a
Carl-
woman from your neck of the woods last night.
That's Carl's
Yeah.
doppelganger, the guy I saw on Facebook.
I'm not buying that one, but I agreed for fun.
Good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you, man.
You know, I heard there's going to be a special episode of Dyken Man on Friday.
Really?
Not Dykeson Man. That's a whole different show. Dyken Man.
What's this?
Okay.
Carl's doing a
Oh my god.
a last rites with a very angry lesbian.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So are you excited about that?
I forgot I asked her over a year ago, and she messaged me like 3 days ago. Said I didn't see this. Are you still doing this one? Yeah. So that's
Wow. Very cool.
Yeah.
Sam Tallent's coming to Governors in March.
Nice.
It's super exciting. It's amazing. It's fantastic. It's the biggest man in comedy.
I need to watch his special actually. I do like Sam. I saw him obviously live last year supporting Tim Dillon, and it was very funny. Very funny stuff.
Do you know about this George Carlin I'm Dead 2024 full special on YouTube?
It's got to be some sort of...
I think it's related to the fact that it's not a conspiracy theory. That's right. The Jews have been building secret tunnels under New York.
I know.
It's related to that.
Now, I haven't followed up on that story. What the hell was the purpose of that? According, it was going from a temple to a woman's shelter or something?
A disused bathhouse was what it's going to. I haven't really looked into it too much, apart from they were very angry their secret tunnel got found, and they've been angry about finding tunnels, accusing other people of having tunnels recently. But there's a guy on Twitter, I don't know how real it is, had an old tweet saying, I can hear Yiddish coming from beneath my floor, and I live on a ground floor of a New York apartment. And everyone's obviously saying, you anti-Semite. And he's retweeted, I want an apology from lots of you today.
Wow.
He said that there are Jewish people living under my ground floor New York apartment. I'm telling you guys.
That's pretty. I just wonder what the whole point of it was. Like what they were doing.
I don't think it's the only one. It's obviously some sort of secret way of getting around or storing things, isn't it?
And how old were they? Because New York's been around.
Were they still being used? That kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it wasn't on the up and up. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Well, I think there's a video of them dragging one of them out of it, and then that's what caused the riot. The police went down there because obviously they'd discovered it.
There is, when I was last out, which is over 2 weeks ago now, by Tesla's place, they are doing some excavation of tunnels that led from Tesla's place to now where there is like a firehouse, Carl's favorite place. But they're wondering what's in those tunnels. There were tunnels leading from Tesla's property from his lab over to where eventually built a firehouse, which was off of his property, which is kind of interesting. I don't know what they're going to find down there, but secret passages. So we're finding secret tunnels everywhere. It's like the new thing for 2024 already, the tunnel world. I don't know what to make of it.
Are there? Is it New York where there are quite a few communities underground? I know it's some city. I might be getting that wrong, but there are genuine.
Like Vegas. Vegas has like underground people.
By the underground, what do you mean? Because there's different kind of...
Okay, so they call them mole people, I think, or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, living in tunnels like moles.
Groups of homeless people that live like basically like Demolition Man, like the group that Dennis Leary was leading in Demolition Man. Those people exist now for real, like in multiple communities.
In the original Superman, there was that they were in the original television show Superman, I guess the comic book is where they got it from. There were people living in the tunnels underneath the city. They were radioactive people or something.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, these people don't seem to be radioactive yet, but I mean, most of them are on the latest drugs out there. So, I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just looking. I can't find out how many people Govs actually holds. But
huh.
my guess from seeing the room would be like 450.
I don't think they hold anybody. I think they are all free to leave once the
No,
show's over.
Well,
no,
unless governors
No,
has
you gotta pay a bill.
yeah,
you are
Really?
unless
You
not.
can't just you can't just leave? You can't just leave?
No, you cannot just leave. And I lost my pass because I paid my bill. They give you this pass that you paid your bill, and I didn't think anything of it. And then I waited like a half hour, and when I went to leave, I could not get out. I had to go like back to my seat and find what I did with the pass. No, you're hostage there. You cannot leave.
Wow, so I guess they only hold as many people that cannot prove that they paid their bill then.
Yeah.
That's how
Well,
many they hold.
hey, which is fair. You can work it off in the secret Governors Comedy Club tunnels.
right. There has
Yeah,
to be
I was going to
tunnels.
say there's
Yeah.
probably tunnels available that you could use to get out of there. That is true, Carl.
Govs is a very the original Govs, the main room is a very weird establishment. It's not on the main road, not on the main highway. It's behind a shopping center and next to a high school, which is it's kind of strange. And it looks like the building was once like a warehouse or something. I don't know what it was before it became Gov's Comedy Club, but it doesn't look like it was built to be a comedy club. It's just a very weird structure in a very weird place, like you wouldn't expect, you know, to have a showbiz. It's not on the main. It's not on the main drag at all. So it's kind of interesting. But yeah, right next to the high school, and the kids there. Somebody was talking about they went to high school and they always like threw shit at they were like breaking windows there all the time, and now they're like, now they're a mainstay at the club. They perform there all the time, but they used to break the windows as kids. That's what the high school kids used to throw rocks and shit and break the windows.
And that's how you get kids to stop throwing windows at your establishment. You make them comedians there.
Now this is interesting.
Yeah, I mean,
Mike
there
Keegan,
is
who is
really
almost as big as Sam Talent, is in the Giggle Room March 8th, which is attached to the. It's in the same
60 seater.
building.
Yeah, I've just looked that up. They opened a smaller 60 or 90 seater room. Gov said it's 270, or Google said it's
270. That's it.
which is about standard for a comedy club. It's about 300 seats. And sometimes they can extend them to like 354 maybe, but a lot of the regular clubs are like 250, 350.
Yeah, it just seemed much bigger than that. The main room in Gov. Maybe I was
they may have
thinking
filled
the
it
whole
out more.
place. Yeah,
They may have filled it out more because you can normally add extra seats to an extent in those rooms.
Where did you see that? Where did you see
The internet.
but not on Gov's website.
The Gov's wiki has got the stuff about the little room, but I just
Oh.
googled how many. This is TripAdvisor. Held at one of Long Island's top comedy clubs with a 270 seat room. It's the place to be, where it's sheer hilarity. It sounds like a press release. It sounds like they've written that. Yeah.
Well, okay then. All right, then we know.
So I'm doing all the research for your local comedy club as usual.
So that's probably not that difficult to sell. 270. I don't know. With enough advance notice. Now 2 months should be enough advance notice. But again, Sam was at Union Hall, which is a much smaller.
Most people buy tickets the week of the show, though. That's the problem with tickets these days.
Actually,
comedy especially.
At Gov's, it seems like people buy them at the door because every Friday.
Yeah, a lot of places.
I will get free tickets still available tonight because they want to put fannies in the seats to buy the 2 item minimum.
Yeah.
So that's a big problem, not selling stuff out in advance. Anyway, so I'm coming back to life a little bit, but I'm still, I got about 15. I'm like having to recharge my battery every 15 minutes or so, like take a nap. I get a few minutes of time. COVID kicked my ass, man. Totally fucking kicked my ass. So no fun. I don't know. And I was vaccinated. I think I had 3 shots. I haven't gotten a shot in a couple of years, but I
That would
think
have worn
3.
off by now, and it didn't stop anyone. It didn't stop you getting COVID. It just
Yeah,
stopped you dying.
it didn't even for me. Or I wouldn't know if it made it less severe, but it sure didn't feel like it made it less severe. It definitely has kicked my ass. I haven't heard from Travola to see how he's doing with it. He was
They had it too.
2 days behind me in symptoms. So, and he was exposed at the same time that I was, but 2 days behind me in symptoms.
Now, my wife had COVID twice. She had it once before there was like they didn't know how to treat it or anything, and that's the when I thought she was a goner. I thought she was going to die. I was even making funeral arrangements and updating my dating profile. But
Wow.
the second time,
get that widow pussy.
Time, the second time she got it was after she gotten the vaccine, and it was just that's the second time she got it was much milder, much milder. As a matter of fact, when I got it, I got it after the vaccine, and it wasn't much worse than when I had a really bad sinus infection.
Rappler says he had it and was laid out for a month and a half. Rappler 32.
Yeah, that means you're a pussy. Sorry.
Well, I was just reading a thing about long COVID doing something to your muscles. They were saying and this is something they just found that discovery within the muscles of long COVID patients explains a long fatigue and people who are complaining that they go back to the gym and they're just full of aches and pains and can't do it. I don't know. It affects different people different ways, but it's weird. Fucking
I haven't had long COVID, but if I went to the gym to work out, I would have aches and pains, and it has nothing to do with COVID. So I don't know.
Right.
Getting started over again is always painful.
Now, this is a slightly different thing, but I heard about this. I got a glimpse of it on the social medias, and somebody was talking about it last night. The aliens in Miami or something at a mall.
Oh yeah,
and I know and I know like nothing, and they were talking about it, and I was like, I don't know anything about it. I was going to wait till they found it, and I'll talk to you.
There's not cases with fucking annoying videos. It was some teenagers having a fight and firing fireworks in there, so they took the entire police department there. They didn't have their guns. And now it's aliens. Everything's going to be aliens. And
they don't trust the police report on that. But the question I would have for that is why would the aliens go to a mall?
Yeah, what depressing.
Are you kidding? Are you fucking kidding?
Chick-fil-A in and out.
A mall is like an archaeological dig. I mean, they're like going.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
I mean, I go to the mall with People Watch all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like an archaeological dig. I mean, they're almost extinct. It's like watching the dinosaurs die.
Oh, not in Miami. They're not extinct. Have you been to Miami?
Well, not recent. No, not in the past few years.
There are dinosaurs in Miami, to be fair.
Yeah, it's basically
we call
like
them
everything else.
Okay, Carl. I don't know what you call your senior citizens abroad, but here we don't call them dinosaurs. Okay, we just call them the elderly.
I call them dinosaurs. I definitely.
Well, that's because you're a member of the tribe. You can do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Aren't you guys like 6 months apart?
Yeah, there's no them now.
No, I think
Napo. It's us.
I think we're like 300. I think we're like 300 miles apart, right?
No. I mean, in like birth, you guys are like 6 months apart in age, right?
That's correct. Or 4 months or something like that, even.
I don't know.
Yes.
I don't stalk them.
Yeah.
Pot calling the kettle black.
So, but
what you call me? No, Steve, Matt, you have to do something about this. I am tired of him calling me black and kettle. And I'm tired of him calling me kettle and pot. I can't take it. that is so. I'm tired of it. Every time I turn, he's calling me kettle. He's calling me pot. He says I don't know anything about comedy, which is true. But the kettle and pot stuff that hurts. That hurts.
Oh
Why
my
stop at
god.
comedy? Um.
Oh.
Ah.
He knows. Never mind. I was gonna be so mean.
No. As
Don't
far as
encourage me to be mean, Matt.
I. I think if we have to say something nice about GD with the gun at my head, I would say he's the foremost ink spot expert left alive on the planet.
Why do you think
that's
he would have a gun
definitely
at your
true.
head? What are you saying?
Well, that's the only way I would say something nice to him.
Is that a gun at my head, or you just happy to see me?
That's exactly right.
I will say he looks better with white dreads than Matt does with a white mustache. I'll say that.
I know. Now, Carl, are you a fan of the ink spots?
Like-
You a big fan of the ink spots?
I don't know what that is. I'm not going to fall into a trap.
It's a singing group from the 1800s that GD once worked with one of the guys on a single that never got released or something like that.
That's true.
I'll give it a go.
I feel like
He died.
I feel like GD had a crossroads moment like Ralph Macchio did in that blues movie. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Crossroads.
Karate Kid.
Yeah.
No, Crossroads.
No, he was in a blues movie called Crossroads where he met like this old blues guy.
In case you haven't
like,
figured
I
out,
don't know if
Willie
he was
Willie is
I
on
think he was really playing the
delay
guitar in that. He could play. That was pretty good.
That wasn't Ralph Macchio playing that.
That
stuff.
wasn't him. He did not play the guitar in that.
No,
I mean, there was some.
Ry Cooder played the all
He
about
learned. He learned to play all that stuff, but it wasn't him for the actual recording on camera.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I'm gonna say because like, man, there was some scenes in there where his finger work was pretty fucking.
He learned.
To what you were hearing.
He learned a lot of the fingering for those shots, which is quite impressive in itself, to be honest.
So is that Miyagi teaching him like swipe the chord? Was that Miyagi teaching him to play guitar?
Slap the bass. Yeah.
Well,
sweep the pig. There is no mercy.
Sweep the pig.
That's interesting because Steve Vai played the Devil's guitar player in that movie. Who he actually played all his own parts, but Ry Cooder played all the parts for Ralph Macchio, which is a interesting choice to go. Match up Ry Cooder, who was definitely not a classical. And never a shredder on the level that Steve Vai is a shredder. To have him kind of matched up against Steve Vai and that stuff, but it worked. It was a good movie.
I've only seen it once, but I loved it.
Yeah, my favorite line in that is, "You're just another blues boy from Long Island."
I think you like every Long Island reference. It's by default. I don't.
Exactly. Nobody really talks about Long Island unless.
That one, because in the 80s when that movie came out, Long Island was filled of just white guys trying to be black bluesmen from the 40s, and they would dress like Robert Johnson. They all wanted to be like their idols, the Freddie Kings and all those people, but they were mostly phony. They mostly they thought, I can learn a blues scale and 3 chords, and now it's just that easy. And it's forgetting about all the nuance and all the kind of bends and all the tone and all that kind of stuff that comes with it.
Right. You need to learn the blues scale, the pentatonic scale, and 4 chords. So yeah.
And tone and tone is the most important part of it, and nuance and all the technique that goes with that stuff. You can't just
suffering. You got to learn you have to learn to cry while you're singing too. You have to suffer.
Yeah. I mean, you learn that from some older country too. That's kind of what I like about the older country is it. That, by the way, is why I always look so emotional when I'm singing. I think you know what I mean. Is I'm trying to get my soul.
You're just trying to pass a kidney stone.
I wouldn't call it so. You look like a puppy that just lost its home.
Well, man, if you know me personally, that's kind of true.
Yeah, I know. I can't come to think of it. You're probably right. But even if you're singing a song that's not really all that sad, you still have that same
Yeah,
expression
no,
on, like
because I'm putting the emotion into like I'm putting all of my into the song. Like
even when
that's
it's not a
and it
sad
just
song, though, you
create.
have that sad face on.
I know. I just have a
I'm
sad
just
face.
trying to
Maybe
think of
that's
an
what it is,
example because
man.
I can't think of one song that you do that's not a sad song.
That's not true.
I'm trying to think of one. I can't think of one off the top
No,
of my head.
you just haven't seen it. They're out there. Hang on. You know what? I'm gonna look. I'm
Give me
gonna
some
look
of your
on my
repertoire.
YouTube.
While
I'm
you're looking for your repertoire, we're gonna ask Mike Chavola for an update on his COVID status. How you feeling,
I was
Mike?
gonna say he's
And
alive.
yeah, he's alive. It's alive.
Are you able to masturbate yet?
Yeah.
What's available.
Are you out of bed yet? Are you back to work yet? No, I'm not back to work yet. I'm gonna try to get back to work today for a little bit because I have so much work to do and I haven't followed up on any bookings or any of that kind of stuff or the new sponsors. I got 2 weeks of Willie's voiceovers for new sponsor ads to kind of review and see what we can do. Those people are busting my ass. Why are not better but not 100%? That was my line. Can't be using my line. Better but not 100%.
Glad you're feeling better, man.
Yeah.
So Carl, how far are you from Staffordshire or Trent?
Pretty close. It's probably, I don't know, about miles. I can probably get to Stafford in less than an hour, maybe like 30, 40 minutes.
Okay, I met a person last night from Trent, Staffordshire.
Oh yeah, yeah. I pass through there when I go down to London and stuff. It's not far from here.
Willie's protector.
An hour.
He sings a lot of love songs that those Stent said.
I think she meant art sad. I think she meant to type art sad.
What happens? She gets really emotional. Her typing gets worse. It happens
what was
to
Kelly
me
trying
too.
to say with her webbed fingers?
No, she just got a manicure the other day, so she's got some nails she's not used
See,
to.
they stick up for each other, but the truth is, she's angry that I'm.
I mean,
what she sees that I'm putting Willie down a little bit by saying all he sings is sad songs. That's not a put down, by the way, but she takes it as a put down. She gets all emotional, and then her typing gets off.
Right? Yeah, it's not a put down.
When I get angry,
but like even so,
go ahead.
As far as what's available on my YouTube, most of it is pretty sad. And like there's one where because I do a boy named Sue. I have a rendition of a boy named Sue on my YouTube. And even that I look strained in or whatever, like just I don't know. But that's why I wear the hat a lot, is to hide that eyebrow thing. Because I don't know if you know this, but I have like this Cro-Magnon man bump, and it really makes
really
people
is
think
right
less
because
of me.
you are a Cro-Magnon man. It really is appropriate.
Yeah, I'm only the third generation of my family to stand up straight. That's for sure.
They dug up the Conways in Iowa, and they were like, "Oh, this is remnants of a foregone missing link."
I'm serious. Listen, my dad alone would have told you that. Like, my dad was a beast of a man. The dude looked like a fucking gorilla. He had fucking big apish fucking arms that, and he was just like me. He had to, no.
Could he scratch the back of his knees without bending at all? Like standing up.
Yeah, he probably could. I mean, he might just give a little tilt. Well, believe me, he flung shit all the time. He was a very widely known shit flinger.
Yeah,
that's true.
Now, Willie is definitely like a 30-second delay today. Is working on getting even as the show goes further in.
Are you kidding me?
Behind.
No, you're delayed.
You're always delayed. It's a South Dakota thing. Chabot
that
says
whole state is behind the times.
it's interesting.
I mean,
Chabot wants
that's
me to
true.
write his
That's
eulogy when
very true.
if he passes. Listen, he's definitely going to outlive me. He's younger than me, much better shape than me, so he's going to outlive me. But it's interesting that he said that. He came up in my memories from like 14 years ago at a Rockin' 45 gig today on Facebook, and he's with the picture in the pictures that he's in. He's with a comedian who hates my guts because he
That
bombed.
narrows it down. That narrows it down.
Yeah, but no, for the reason I brought it up, the reason he hates my guts is because he bombed at one of our gigs that he insisted trying to do some minutes at in the middle of a Rockin' 45 gig where people were dancing and all this stuff. He wanted to do 2 minutes on a beach gig.
There's nothing worse than a comedian trying to do comedy where they're not fucking wanted.
Right.
And I saw someone
yeah.
willingly say they did it at a smoking lounge at an airport. I don't
Yeah.
want to say anything. It makes me very angry.
Yeah.
Do comedy when you're supposed to do comedy.
Right. Well, and I've never seen this guy actually do his set, but when he did it, he couldn't, like, it's the worst bombing I've ever seen because it was on a beach gig in the middle of the summer. People are dancing and having fun, and he insisted on coming up and doing a couple of minutes. I had my back to him and didn't even know it. I was tuning my guitar, and he basically was doing jokes that nobody wanted to even listen to him, and they were really pissed about it. And then he got angry at me that the crowd wasn't with him. I was like,
yeah, so that's what you can't be angry. I've been there. Obviously, I've been there where everyone's just fucking annoyed and no one's laughing. But that's fine. But you can't blame the person whose gig you're taking over.
Yeah. Mikey gave him the mic. I would have told him no. I would have definitely talked him out of it and said no.
Never give up the mic. Never give up the mic.
Yeah, this is not a comedy club.
Matt, Mike says he wants you to write the song though. So so.
Oh, dead Michael, I'm so sorry that you're dead.
I'm just curious because I'm.
Yeah.
So have you started working on? Is this like new to you that he wants you to write a song for his eulogy? Is this your first time hearing about this?
Start now, really. You should start now.
Did he offer you the gig a while ago and you just hadn't started writing it yet?
No, there's no reason to write it. First of all, he's going to outlive me by at least 20 years. So
you said that y'all probably, but you should have been dead like 40 years ago, and you've outlived everybody. You've outlived everybody who you weren't supposed to outlive.
I reckon.
So
I reckon at the end it's going to be a 97-year-old Matt Napo just going. Everybody else, he's going to outlive everybody, and that's going to annoy him too.
He's definitely going to be Burgess Meredith in Grumpy Old Men.
I'm going to die in a plane crash in Tucson, 2025.
I mean, Mike is probably playing the odds. If he were in Vegas, he's like looking at your history and going like, "No, I'm going to have Matt write it."
Well, he already died. First of all, he already died and came back. So I think he's got some gratis. He's got like I don't know, a get out of death free card. Unless Gino.
He already used it though. Obviously, he used it already. I mean, you do get a few of those though. You can pile those up. I piled a few of those up.
I think I've used quite a few of them though. I think if you have I think you get a booklet.
We should just call him Mine Fuel.
Yeah, no.
For the rest of the, until he dies that thing.
Yeah, no. I will say, you better die that thing tomorrow, you better die that tonight because tomorrow you're probably going to look like Hitler. I would say, like you're getting close.
Yeah, Mine Fuel.
You got about 5 hairs on each side to go.
I know. I thought about shaving it completely off, but then the mole would be like,
I wouldn't. I think it'd be horrible to see you without a mustache because I don't know what your face looks like under that. It would just be freaky.
I need to.
Well, what if you shaved it?
Like a mole?
What if you shaved it but put on the Broken Borders makeup?
What if I shaved it and did what?
Oh my God!
No. Put on the Broken Borders makeup.
Well, then it would just highlight it. I don't know. Just a second of that Broken Borders, just to see the mustache here for a second. Let me see.
Or a wig. Just wear a wig.
Oh my God!
Where is it? Broken Borders.
Merkin. Wear a Merkin.
You're poor. your huddled masses yearning to breathe free.
Yeah, not too bad. It's not that big. It's
Yeah.
covered up in
But
white.
you said it was but you said back then it was a baby mole.
Yeah,
and
no, that was 26 years ago, so it's definitely grown since then.
I still love the fact that you put that on the internet willingly and keep it up there. It's amazing. It's an amazing feat.
Bro, when I saw that,
What-
I was
what-
just like, no fucking way did he do this.
when
I was
running
like,
wind or
wow.
whatever it's called finds that, it's gonna be a problem.
Bro.
Well, when I first put it out, I did get quite a bit of backlash from Native Americans and
They're all drunk in the casino now. You don't have to worry about that now.
white guys who thought it was a Western movie or something. I got quite a few complaints about that's not how you play an Indian. You should watch Richard Harris in a Man Called Horse. You should watch Dustin
Blazing
Hoffman's
Saddles.
Little Big Man.
No, you should watch Mel Brooks in Blazing Saddles. That's how you play an Indian, a Native American. Throwing a little Yiddish at the end. Let them gay.
Yeah. What is this? 10 cc's of Grecian formula stat. No, it's just for men, mustache only. Is Grecian formula even a thing anymore? I don't know.
Why don't you dye it a different color, like dye it red or something?
Red?
Yeah,
That
or
would
yellow.
be interesting. Red would. I don't know if red would go with my skin
Blue?
tone. I could try like a dark blonde or something. I usually use African American black, because it's like
Get the
Groucho.
fuck out of here.
That's the best way to get as close to Groucho as you can. Is that pure black? But there's dark brown. It's just not
Shinola.
the same.
Yeah.
Rappler says they changed the formula to something else, something lead acetate. Yes, there was a guy who used to play come and sub with us in Freeport who used mustache dye, and then he came and he didn't have it. I said, "What happened?" He said, "The mustache dye was giving him lip cancer." Like that was
God.
that was a guy 30 years ago, or 25 years ago. So
that's my answer. Every time I go to the store, if something I like, if something is popular and they stop selling it, my answer is always that they found out that it gave cancer to laboratory rats. Because why would you stop selling something that was popular unless it was causing cancer?
So laboratory rats walking around with my mustache, that would be really interesting. Like, let's paint a little mustache on these fucking guys.
Growing moles and shit.
But now it occurs to me, maybe the mole is a tumor. It's not a tumor. It's a tumor.
I was gonna say,
it's
not a tumor.
Right.
It's not a tumor.
I don't know. I just don't know. Anything
That
else?
was
You
one
guys
of my favorite movies as a kid. Like,
has
when that came out.
Has the Joe Coy nonsense settled down, and people backing off that now, or is he still like?
I mean, to be fair, I haven't really been on the internet much the last couple of days.
Yeah, because
no one cares about much for more than about 36 hours, whatever it is.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true.
No, yeah, I mean,
but I'm just waking up out of a coma, so I don't really know. But it just seemed
I didn't even know what it was.
You guys know who Dean Phillips is?
So
I think so.
that does not ring a bell.
He's a presidential candidate. By the way, I think I have a presidential candidate coming up on the nighttime show next week or the week after. But so he's a presidential candidate who held a morning government repair coffee conversation, and absolutely nobody showed up. Not one fucking person showed up to it. We're at the Manchester Hotel,
So,
Manchester DoubleTree Hotel in New Hampshire. Invested all its money, and nobody came. That's got it. And there's a picture of him sitting there all depressed, like sometimes if you build it, they don't come. Like, oh man, I would
Almost
give up.
every time, actually. Almost every time. Almost every time, if you build it, they're not coming. People need to learn that.
Yeah, listen,
You might get lucky
bro.
one day.
I booked the show. The one show I tried to do in Grants, New Mexico, and mind you, it was on Veterans Day, and I offered free tickets to anybody that showed a military ID. Nobody showed up. Nobody. Not one person. But like there every year, like the VFW or whatever had like a big to do or whatever, and like everybody went to that. Like
yeah, we do a show every Veterans Day at the American Legion, and it's packed. It's definitely packed. They come out in droves for
well, yeah, see, that's the thing. You got to go. Like, I should have, I had it at the Cow Palace because it was like right next to my house. I didn't think about the fact that maybe I needed to get with the VFW and just join their activities or whatever.
right.
But anyway, I did want to hop back to this Joe Coy thing. There was a story put out by the New York Post that I think is a little interesting for us to talk about. Michael Che, who's one of the SNL cast members, he put out something saying that he thinks that comedians should boycott the Golden Globe, hosting Golden Globes, because no matter what comedians do anymore, there's going to be backlash. They're going to hurt somebody's fucking feelings. So maybe comedians just shouldn't host the awards anymore. Is what
that's
Michael
my
says.
in. I'm not a comedian. They get me to do it. So Golden Globes, if you're listening, I'm not a comedian.
A forensic humorist may be just what we need for this. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a forensic humorist. I'm a certified forensic humorist with credentials that I made up and everything.
Willie, now you watched the thing. Were there any laughs in the audience at all?
I watched portions of it. Yeah.
Of
course.
You watched the monologue.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Well, that's much better than GD would get. So
are you kidding? I would get laugh. I would get like at least 3 laughs.
I don't know. Based on our results may vary, but based on the results I've seen, I think you've got 1 chuckle in the last 6 months. 1 chuckle.
Yes, yes,
combined.
Yeah. But if you look at my research, I was only targeting to get 1 chuckle. So my results are like 100%.
100% hit
my goal.
Yeah.
It came from
I hit my goal.
Cast member though.
You didn't look at my research. It was exactly what I was planning for.
It seemed like a charitable, like Willie was gifting you a chuckle because he felt.
Yes, it was like a telemarketing attempt at getting a laugh. Yes, I worked the charity. Route, and I got it. It was successful. If you're successful at what you're trying to do, you're successful at what you're trying to do. That's success.
I don't think that's how it works, especially in show business. It basically, success is determined on are people staying rather than leaving or walking out on your show. Like if you're at a comedy club and you're on stage and you say, "But I'm succeeding," and the club owner says, "You just chased all my patrons out the door. That's not succeeding. Get off my stage." I think that's a failure.
Right.
So,
yeah, but I've never been asked to get off the stage because I've been asked to not get on the stage, but I've never been asked to leave the stage. That's
wow.
Yeah. That rumor that Willie started about me is just not true.
Are you vaping, Willie?
What? I don't start. Yeah, no. Well, my wife and I are trying to start vaping. What the heck?
Yeah, I got a vape pen for you. It's great. I'll send it to you.
Breeze.
No, you just turn it on and you.
Oh, is that? That's that shocker. No, I want that anyway. Listen, I used to hook myself up to a battery charger, bro. I would totally shock myself with that. No problem.
Carl, you know what this is?
I've asked people to hit me with a cattle prod before, but people won't do it because they get nervous.
I bought my wife a Christmas present. One of the Christmas presents I got her was a non-lethal weapon, stun gun, and it got here. It looks something like this, and basically what it is, it comes in a box that says barbecue lighter, electric barbecue lighter. In the ad that I bought it from online, it shows this big gigantic spark that comes out, and they call it a stun gun, non-lethal weapon. But in the box, when you get it, it comes in a box called barbecue lighter. But so we were confused by that, and she's afraid to actually even take it. But it looks like a vape pen, and she uses a vape pen, and she's afraid that she's going to turn it on and
For sure.
stun herself. But then they sent me another one, I guess by mistake, and I said, "Well, I'll keep it." And I turned it on, and I was like, I'm just playing with it, and I did zap myself really good and almost knocked myself out. But it doesn't look all that powerful
awesome.
when you push the button. That's all that happens.
Right.
No big lightning bolt comes out, but I guarantee you, if I put my hand out here, it's gonna zap me, and I would be knocked off.
It has range, like it has range.
Yeah, about at least
it'll
like
hit you from like a foot away or whatever.
Well, this is what I was testing,
yeah, dude.
When
no, God, I can't wait.
From here.
Because listen, bro, I get excited about that kind of thing. That kind of thing excites me.
So Carl,
that's my guilty pleasures.
Carl, we just had like the national championship in college football over here. You have university. Are university sports like as big there as they are here?
No, not at all. They're not televised. Nothing like that.
Really?
It's just we have it, but it's not in any way big at all. Nobody really cares apart from the university. Who following them around? Yeah, it's strange.
SDSU Jackrabbits won the national championship.
Because I know one of my friend's sister used to run for a US university when she was studying there. She's Welsh from over the UK, and she was on like ESPN and stuff, like running. So we've got that clip where she won some race. But it always surprised me how big it is out there. But I think it's cool. I like it.
When I first met Carl, he was doing the what was the non-Epstein, what was the name of the podcast? It was the
Refreshingly non-Epstein.
Right. So and that was kind of right around the time that the Epstein stuff was. It wasn't right after it, but right after the suicide or state suicide. Yeah. Were you at all? Were you really? I don't know. Excited is the wrong word, but were you paying close attention to when the list came out, or were you looking forward to reading the list? And have you read that 100-page?
Yeah. I did a couple of videos. Yeah, I was in the Epstein rabbit hole in like 2012.
Yeah.
long time ago. I've been I was just in, but I kind of knew what it was. I knew it wasn't going to be this huge thing. I knew most of it was coming from old court documents. There's a couple of little tidbits in there, but they're never going to release anything that leads to any conviction of anyone else.
Well, yeah. Well, how could it lead to a conviction? It's just a name on a list. I mean, you have to have actual victims testifying.
Yeah, and even the latest one where they're talking about the sex tape of Clinton, Prince Andrew, and Richard Branson. That statement was retracted by that witness anyway at the time. She gave it and then said she was lying about it. But I think it might be the same one. There's a really good podcast I listened to a few years ago where this female journalist was following all the victims about how they recruited the girls and stuff. There was one girl, Ghislaine Maxwell, offered to pay for their music college and all that, some prestigious school. And then gradually it's like, would you give my friend Jeffrey a massage? But one of those girls was saying, there was a room of a bank of CCTV monitors in the New York house. And they filmed the bathroom and the bedroom. So I think everyone's pretty sure things were taped, but there's no evidence. The tapes aren't there. No one knows where they are.
What do you make of the Hawking thing?
I think it's great. I would love it. I would love it. I would absolutely love it because he was known for being a bit of a nasty piece of shit.
Right.
In his personal life.
But to me,
I would love it if he was getting sucked off on Epstein's Island. That would make me very happy.
If you take the minor part, the pedophilia out of it, and make it with consenting adults, that'd make him a fucking hero. A guy who's doing.
Well, I think his nanny, his carer said something. He used to get hookers and stuff back in the day to come and do stuff. Or I don't know what you do to someone who's essentially a blob in a chair. I don't know what Now, let me see a black hole.
Your hands don't
No,
work,
I love
your
it.
legs don't work, but your pecker works. I mean, I
I
can't
don't know.
imagine he gets
Yeah.
hard.
I don't know.
That would
I
take
don't
some
know.
blood flow.
Maybe it doesn't need to get hard. I honestly don't know. I don't know. Maybe
Work a little harder
I mean,
if you
I
could. I'm about to come.
yeah, I'm interested. I'd watch the video if it came out. Basically,
I got a new impression in my repertoire. How about that one? Was it
Not
okay?
joking.
Yeah,
It's kind of like the other
You know,
impression
I,
you do all the time, though.
it
you
is
know,
exactly the same.
you know, an impression that would be up your alley. The at least the way it sounds on television. Trump's lawyer, what's his name, Sauer?
Which
He
one?
sounds Trump's lawyer in the case up in the one that they just recorded it yesterday.
Joe Tacopina?
Um, no, his
Really?
attorney Sauer, the one that was talking to the appellate court yesterday, the D.C. appeals court
Oh
yesterday.
yeah.
I think his voice. I think you could probably do his voice, at least the one they are releasing on television. Because I don't know, it sounds
I don't know. I have to
like
hear it. I haven't heard his voice. I don't know.
it sounds like at least on television, it sounds like JFQ and what's that the other guy the psychologist guy that Willie liked no, not Willie, who's Jordan Peterson.
Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, he sounds like Jordan Peterson and RFQ had a baby or a middle brother.
Oh, that's a weird one. Come to think of it, my my RFQ impersonation was originally a Katharine Hepburn thing when she was on Golden Pond. What?
But her voice is deeper than JFQ's.
It's pretty much exactly the same. I mean, they sound exactly. Oh, Herbert, don't you die on me. That kind of, and it was.
Let's hear it, Carl.
So basically the same thing. Anyway, yeah. So that's all, man. That's the show for today. Bye for now. I'm getting to the point where I'm almost ready for bed again. The COVID.
I'm not feeling too good, actually. I think you've given me COVID during this call.
Yeah, you can get the COVID through the screen, right?
I think so.
So
yeah,
you like Willie's new studio?
I did want to mention since
very nice.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You want to mention some? Mention some.
Oh, yeah. So since you guys mentioned the football national championships and stuff, I did want to mention that the South Dakota State University Jackrabbits did just win their second straight FCS title. And they're on like a 29 game winning streak right now, which is actually the third longest winning streak in the conference. So
it's so surprising.
Are they Division 5? Are they like a Division 5 team?
Well, no, they moved up to.
They play high school kids.
They moved to Division 1. No, what?
Whoa,
they played Division 1. They moved to Division 1 like probably 4 seasons ago, I want to say.
Is that a special needs college?
I'm really shocked that that's like not a national news story, but big time sports story. What's Jackrabbits?
Yeah,
the Jackrabbits.
The South Dakota State University Jackrabbits. They just won their second title in a row. They're on a 29 game winning streak. Their coach won Coach of the Year.
Here's something interesting. I'm not a defender of Roger Stone in any way, but Mediaite came out with saying that there was a tape of Roger Stone putting a hit on Eric Swalwell and a couple of other congressmen. He wanted them taken out, abducted and murdered. Discussing this with, I believe, Bernard Kirk, who was a former New York cop.
Shyster.
Yeah. Anyway, so basically, when they said this, I was thinking, this is a tape supposedly from 2015, 2016. In today's AI, you can't trust anything that's just like even audio tape or even videotape at this point, because anything can be manufactured. So authenticating something like that. So Roger Stone came out and challenged him to produce the tape, and he's claiming that it was AI now. I think that we used to be able to use videotape and audio tape as evidence in a court of law. I think AI kind of erases that ability. Like
It's
you
going
can
to
never,
kill that for sure.
you can never trust any of that.
If you can verify that it was recorded on that device at that time and that person was there, you'd have to need other stuff like metadata and prove that it came from
usually,
something. But yeah,
Oh,
just a video. A video isn't
I'm
proof
so
of
sorry.
anything.
yeah, because usually in the court of law, they have to get somebody to authenticate that
Right.
video was, taken, and yeah.
But it definitely makes
AI.
authenticating a lot, because if you can manufacture somebody's voice and have them saying anything you want, or their image and saying anything you want, how difficult can it be to put like timestamp and stuff that is convincing enough? That's got to be much.
Physical people, like saying I
Like a
recorded
cop,
it or
like
I
a
was
cop who
there.
recorded it or whatnot, like an FBI agent
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. But then
You-
it opens up if an FBI agent wants to fucking convict someone else that didn't do anything wrong, they could also get a video made. Like,
Yeah,
well, they did it. They said
yeah.
it, man.
So it's a really. I wonder if we can use that for red light cameras, like to get out of. Well, that's AI.
I mean, you know what they would probably say, because most of those tickets are only like $40. They would say most of those tickets are only like $40. They would say like, look, it would cost us $9,000 to get an AI video done to get a $40 ticket out of you. No, it's not AI.
Willie, I'm just going to say, and I know you're not going to hear this for another 3 minutes, but bear with me. Willie should be hearing this 2 minutes from now. Any ideas you have or any input you want to do, try to do it 2 minutes before you actually have the thought, so that you're in time with everybody else. So get in your time machine, move 2 minutes ahead,
do it,
and be ready to comment before you're actually ready to comment.
Get your comments out before we get ours out.
Yeah, because you're delayed.
Okay.
You're in another.
Carl looks beautiful today.
He does. He's a very handsome man, Carl.
I'm in the dark. That's why.
Carl, man.
I have to say that.
I thought you were going to be talking about that already.
Oh, we were talking about that already. You missed that part.
He got it in. He got it in. He's ahead.
We talked about it yesterday.
Right. Best looking member of the bunch.
Yeah. That photo you posted the other night of on the way to the gig outdoors, that was a wonderful. That was a selfie. I mean, the colors and the lights and all that stuff were perfect in that photo. It looked like
I was in Gay Village under the gay Christmas lights, so that's
yeah. It was really
worked with me for whatever reason.
Good photograph. It looked like an XLR photo, not like a phone photo. That's a crisp and clear, and the colors were just perfect on that stuff. Where was the gig? Did you perform that night?
Yeah, just at a club up the top of Manchester.
See, you keep your gig schedule and your gigs kind of under the wraps where you're going to be.
No. So it's no. I just don't go on about every spot I do, because I should be doing that anyway, right? I don't need to tell everyone about every.
I do. I need to tell everybody everywhere I'm going to. No, that's not true. I don't put.
There are some things that I really look forward to and that I'll need to promote more, and I need to do shitloads of admin, and I'm gonna be doing that more for sure.
Rocket 45s have some drama going on.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Y'all got a female singer?
What?
Did you ever get a female singer?
Well, kind of.
Is this Kiara too?
Well, I don't know if I mentioned that Kiara.
You got somebody to squeeze your balls while you sing?
No, the drummer, the main drummer, has issues. He plays with other bands because Mikey has been really slacked on booking every weekend and everything. So the guy has taken some gigs. Mikey has been slow to announce gigs that he does book. So the drummer can't make every gig. We have this girl, Robin, who's a drummer who sings. She's really good, and we've wanted to include her for a long time, but her main band just broke up, and now she's available. She got put on a March 2nd gig. We put out the event there, and I told Mikey, you better tell Mike Barone, the main drummer, about this before he finds out about it online because it's going to cause all this drama. Oh no, don't worry about it. It's all good. And then he put out the event, and then that day, a couple of hours later, I got a text. I can't make the March 2nd gig. Right? We got to change that date. Like, no, we're not changing that date. Well, I can't make that date. And like, okay, now he's going to find out the wrong way that we have Robin on the gig. And basically, it's always best to communicate these things directly up front and not let somebody find out about it on the internet.
On a flyer, yeah. If that's going to upset him.
Right.
How did you think you'd get away with it?
Mikey's just lazy. He doesn't want confrontation at all.
Sorry, I thought it was Napo that had done it, Mike. I don't care what you did. Good man.
Yeah, no. I didn't think I'd get. I was the one saying you better tell him about.
I had a
this
buddy the other day
I wasn't listening.
complaining about being on a flyer that he didn't know he was on. He saw a flyer. He was like, I didn't even know I was on that show, and I was like, no, you do. But it wasn't my flyer. It was somebody else's. Somebody else's show. But that's a weird way to find out you're on a show, is to see the flyer.
Yeah.
Like, what? I'm doing a show that day? I didn't know that.
Yeah, and we've had issues where Mikey has done that and didn't tell, and then the two drummers showed up for the same gig, and that caused.
All right, it's like Genesis with
you got to let two drummers play, right?
No,
dude, you can have a drum off. Drum off. Yeah.
A beat off. It's called a beat off.
One of them went home angry, and then
beat off.
For like 5 years.
I should have known that. A beat off.
Yeah. And it was the guy who actually deserved the gig. The guy who was really on the gig went home angry that day and didn't talk to us for like 5 years. So that was, all these things can be
for 5 years.
With.
Wow.
Yeah. This is what happens. People hold grudges and stuff.
Musicians, artists, comics. Everyone has a little ego, and we all get hurt.
A few years ago, this was in the 70s.
Right.
A few years ago, we were campaigning. We were doing a campaign thing. We were in a van with a loudspeaker, and we're doing "Make Mitchell Mayor," that kind of thing. And we're driving around, campaigning for a Baltimore mayoral candidate. And one of the people in the van, a woman named Birdie, a young lady named Birdie, actually, she's a teenage girl. She says, I hear a live band. I hear a band. Let's find the band. So we're driving around in the van looking for the live band, and we find the live band. She goes, I'm going to see if they'll let me play sit in for a song. So it was just a backyard barbecue. She gets out, she walks over to the band, and it was a all white band. Okay, Birdie's a young black chick. She walks over to the guy and she goes, "You mind if I play a little bit on the drum set?" And he goes, "Oh, not at all." And so, worst mistake ever. She gets on the drum set, and it turns out she's like a Sheila E. She gets on the drum set. She starts making all of these adjustments to his drum set. She goes, "Oh, your snare's out of tune." And she goes fixing things. She says your hi-hat should be here, and and then she starts playing, and she's like fucking awesome, like Sheila, like I said, like a Sheila E. And none of us knew that she played like that. We're like, fuck. And when she was done, the guy wouldn't get back on his drum set. He wouldn't touch his drum set.
Yeah, it's always good to know who you're letting up on all the, let people play your stuff, and then either they're great or I've had people and this is why I don't do it anymore. I had people blow up my amp because they, just turned on every fucking thing without any compression or anything, turned everything up to 11 and blew the speaker on it.
Rock and roll, man.
Yeah.
One of my best guitar. Now, use a tube amp or I used to use a tube amp back when you actually had a choice between a tube amp and a solid state amp. Because
what do you mean
it sounds
back
totally
when you
different.
had a choice? You still have a choice.
I don't know. I haven't bought an amp in so long. I don't know.
Well,
I'm just saying. So
tube amps I have, to be fair, they're probably at least 30 years old. But you can still buy them. You buy them used.
Well, I don't know if I didn't know if you could still buy them new, because I thought at one point there was some solid state amps. I can't remember who made them. Could have been Marshall, but they had like their thing was like they could sound like a tube amp, you know. So it's
Well,
like
you
the
can still
you know,
buy some. There are, there's still tube amps, brand new tube amps available. They're more expensive, and you know what?
yeah,
They're especially when like the outdoor venues that I play at. If the electrical wiring in the places is suspect, you could have some real problems with tube amps because they use a lot more power than.
right.
But now everybody's using. Oh, well, I should say a lot of people are using modeling amps. I still use a tube amp occasionally, but mostly I use that Line 6 modeling amp that's right behind me. But yeah, you guys ever drink
Also,
Everclear?
Oh
is
my
that for
God,
like for
yes, I
colon?
did.
Is that to clear your colon?
No, it's
Bro,
Everclear is 190 proof grain alcohol.
yeah.
We
So it will
use,
clear your
When I
colon.
was married to my first wife, my friend Josh happened to call, and like remember, my first wife was my meth hookup, and it was just partying all the time, and like, and you would stay up for like days and days sometimes on that shit. And I also drank on that shit, which was really terrible because like I used to be a blackout drinker, and when you're a blackout drinker and you do methamphetamine, you don't fucking go to sleep. You just black out, and then you come out of a blackout and shit. I mean, so anyway, one day my buddy calls me, and he calls me at like 10:30 in the morning. And he's like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Finishing this bottle of Everclear." And he was like, "What the fuck?" he was like, "Who drinks Everclear at 10:30 in the morning?" And I was like, "Bro, I haven't been to sleep in 4 days. What the fuck are you talking about?" Like,
yeah,
okay, yeah,
because the only reason I brought up somebody called Lone Stoner on Twitter has a picture of a bottle of Everclear next to what looks like smashed up reefer seeds, a whole jar of reefer seeds. It got some weird kind of mix going on there. We drank Everclear once when I was in college, but you mix it with like a uh, shot glass of Everclear in a pitcher of Kool-Aid or something like that, or grape juice or something like that, and it
sure.
still would it's poison. It gives you like a massive
It is
hangover
poison.
headache. Yeah, it's and blackouts. So
Listen, the
yeah,
easiest way to avoid a hangover is to stay drunk.
yeah.
Yeah, I've
So
had like 120,
That's how you do
140
that.
proof. So that would be like a Chinese rice spirit. But I've never gone beyond what would be 70% here, like a 140 proof. I've never
it's a
gone
wheat
beyond that.
tincture.
1.8 is almost like fucking, methylated spirits or something. It's almost a chemical, right?
Yeah, yeah, it is. It's fucking dangerous stuff. But yeah, I'm just curious because I drank Everclear once, and it was like just any kind of. It was the worst experience of putting some kind of poison in my body I think I've ever had. Um, in 1979, British politician Terry Dix lost an election to his competitor Michael Cox. How about that?
That's pretty
Just
good. I
saying.
like it. I didn't know that.
Dude, we had
Cox beat Dix.
a guy named Michael Cox in our prison.
With
Yeah.
COCKS,
And, it was really
this
funny
guy
because
was
the way they would announce
was it COX or
this guy was
COCK?
COX. It was
Yeah.
COX.
Yeah.
COX.
The
And
British guy is COCK.
but this guy would he get called. It was actually wow, that's crazy. But he would get called to the desk, and the way that they would announce that they wanted him to come to the desk is they would say your cell number, they would say your last name, and then they would say where they wanted you to go. So they'd be like 72 Cox to the desk, 72 Cox to the desk, or 72 Cox to the laundry, 72 cocks to the laundry, and it was just fucking every goddamn day, dude. And I would just die every time, like, because I'm a juvenile, and I fucking
Yeah.
always thought that shit was funny.
No, you are a juvenile. I get it, and I would probably laugh at least the first couple of times, not every time.
But it was just all the time. It was all the time. Fucking, he was a popular guy.
Doesn't it seem like a very long time ago that we were doing the football picks and gave up on the football picks?
It does kind of, yeah.
It feels like months and months.
Did we ever? Did we do like Super Bowl predictions or anything like that? Did we do that at the beginning?
Mine was the Jets against the Eagles. Of course,
Hitler did.
Jets are right there. I think
and the Eagles, my God, as soon as Matt picked the Eagles went on like a 1-5 streak that they were like 10-1, and Matt was like Eagles, and then as soon as that happened, the Eagles went fuck.
Yeah, but I think the Jets got eliminated like 15 weeks ago or something.
They got eliminated in 2022.
That football is still happening. We're not even into the playoffs yet, right? Or are we? Did we get to the playoffs? No, we got one more week before
the playoffs start this weekend, I think.
Yeah.
Wild card weekend is this weekend.
I mean, the season is really long. That's still going on.
They switched to 18 weeks now. It's 18 weeks now. It used to be 17 weeks.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's forever.
And, it's looking like we got one more week to go. It looks like in the regular season, I think.
Right.
Really, because they've already shown this, unless everything is locked, unless these last games are meaningless. I thought last week was week 18, and that this coming week.
Well, some of them are getting locks or whatever here. No, it's over. Okay, the final week is over. Okay, so this is what it. Okay, we're gonna get what the playoff standing schedule is.
No, yeah, because I think the Browns are playing. No, I can't remember now. Browns.
So who's gonna win? That's what I want to know. Who's the favorite to win the Super Bowl at this point?
I think Ravens are right now.
Really, your team? Are you a Ravens fan?
I'm not a fan. I don't follow pro sports anymore.
I mean, they have the best record.
When I saw that they had made it, that they got when I saw that they won their division, I got excited a little bit. So somewhere inside of me, there's this Baltimore pride thing that wakes up once in a while.
Yeah.
But I don't watch professional.
I mean,
sports
didn't
anymore.
they win like the second or third year of their franchise starting? I'm pretty sure, like they won pretty.
It depends on which franchise you're talking about. Because from Baltimore,
I'm talking about when they actually became the Ravens. Like, yeah,
but they were the Browns
because they were
to Baltimore and became the Ravens, right? No,
right?
Yeah, that's
right.
They
were,
but that happened in like what, like. Right, but when they made that switch, I think they won like the second season after.
It may have been the third or fourth. It was because we had to go through one or two coaching changes.
Yeah.
And then I can't even remember that the quarterback that won is like Trevor.
But nonetheless, they do have the best record in football.
Wow, yeah. I'm surprised by that. Because they weren't even mentioned when we were doing our picks as a favorite at all. They weren't even like people were talking about 49ers. People were talking about the Eagles.
The Eagles, yeah.
Kansas City.
And the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, that's surprising. Somebody posted a video of
the Chiefs finished 11-6.
Marvin Hagler against Tommy Hearns.
The Eagles also
1979 middleweight champion.
12-5.
Willie, we're up here now in 2024. Catch up. Okay. Well, you're still a few minutes behind us here.
Hagler Hearns.
Yeah, Hagler Hearns in boxing, and it was like a really compelling match. But I wondered, is boxing even a thing anymore? Professional boxing, it used to be so big. or has MMA just killed the sport entirely?
Boxing's still pretty big, but the heavyweight, in my opinion, the heavyweight division is struggling, and a lot of it is because now Saudi is got involved with the money, so a lot of the money fights are happening rather than the fights people want to see, the big matchups.
But it used to be like televised and pay-per-view and all that kind of stuff. I don't hear any of it.
It's still pretty big, but it's not.
Yeah.
The heavyweight division is still pretty good. I mean, you've got some good fighters there, although I think Deontay Wilder's probably on his way out now. Everyone wants to see Fury, AJ, which are both British fighters, actually. Maybe that's why there's less American heavyweights.
Yeah.
Really well. There's a couple of good
never
British ones.
Buzz about it. Everybody's talking about MMA all the time. I always hear about MMA matches.
It definitely got way more popular, but boxing had a great heavyweight division. There was some good stuff that happened, like Fury Klitschko, AJ Klitschko, maybe not, but the matchups everyone wants aren't happening because Saudi are going, if you two come and fight, we'll give you 4 times as much money. So everyone just goes towards that. And meanwhile, the fights you want to see, the fighters are getting older and less motivated to come and do a big fight. I think they'll happen, but it always happens when one of the fighters is probably getting on. It's never at their peak.
It's weird.
There's
no Saudi fighters, right? Are there any Saudi fighters in
not in that heavyweight division at all? But I don't know if they've got any. They might have some up and coming lighter weights. I'm not sure. But Saudi are basically doing this with golf, boxing, football, soccer. They're doing it.
They're trying to
obscene money.
They're trying to rebrand themselves as they're trying to get away from the image of being child fuckers and get toward just sports.
Also because they know oil isn't going to last forever, so they need new avenues of business and influence, and sports is a good way of doing it. If you buy a sports team, it's a great way of having like a brand.
Prince, what's his name? That's funny. There was somebody who had some city hall that had a inclusive diversity poster, and it was the rainbow thing, and it had this symbol on it, and somebody said they think that somebody needs to tell the committee here or the council that that's not a city symbol for trans people.
Will had brought that up.
The artist formerly known as Prince.
Yeah, I brought that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Will brought that up.
They should have. No, nobody should tell the city that.
Yeah, just keep it going. Yeah. Hey, we're all for Prince here in this town or municipality, whatever it was. Nassim. Oh, wait, he's a Brit.
Prince Nassim Hamad. Yeah. He was. I can't remember what weight he was. He was from Sheffield, and he was pretty good back in the day. And I think he went for quite a while. But we've got a few good boxers, Tyson Fury. AJ, in my opinion, he's not right up there, but he's still good. He's been good.
The age-old thing, and there's from my day, back when I was a young man, they used to always who would win. Basically, they would talk about Bruce Lee or Muhammad Ali, those kind of things. Boxers against
Muhammad Ali.
Yeah, you think so?
Oh yeah. No way. No, because Muhammad. It depends on the rules. It would depend on the rules. If it's
boxing.
Yeah, boxing rules.
He's getting his back broken.
See, you scared GD.
He got so upset. He got so upset by Bruce Lee.
Get back.
Get
back in your spot.
But I don't know. I mean, honestly, Bruce Lee's got some fast hands, yo.
Yeah, but he was a tiny little man, and at some point the weight difference makes a difference.
And keep
but the thing is, I was an amateur boxer, and I was also a sparring partner in martial arts. So I did both things, and the martial arts me would have kicked the boxing me's ass. Okay, I'm just saying, and I'm just saying that because both me's have the same weight, the same height, the same talent. Fighting off, the martial arts me will kick the boxing me's ass, plain and simple.
Keep in mind,
too many tools at your devices.
If they can like a modern MMA fighter, because with a leg kick, you can fuck someone's leg up with one kick.
Right.
Yeah.
The boxer hasn't got a front leg to put his weight onto or power through on. So
Right.
with full rules, yeah, it would be difficult. But there still does come a point where it's a weight. It just depends, man.
Well,
If you get,
I mean, yeah. I mean, even the UFC used to not have, like, they used to have big ass motherfuckers against tiny motherfuckers. They quit doing that shit for a reason.
yeah, you would have the odd time where the smaller guy could win, but also in MMA, you get some people who are really good jiu-jitsu players, really good strikers, really good kickboxers. So they've all got strengths and weaknesses anyway. So sometimes
I always wonder
see...
where the fuck are the rules, because because some of these martial arts.
Well, the rules are what you can't. There's rules in what you can't do in like the UFC. You can't
kidney
gouge
punch
someone's eyes.
Right.
You can't punch.
I don't think you can bite. No more biting. I don't think you can bite anymore. Right?
Yeah, no biting.
Yeah,
no headbutt.
Yeah, there's some.
What about hitting below the belt? Is that?
You can't come down with the point of your elbow on the spine. That's illegal.
Yeah, you can't kick someone in the dick, but you can hit them in the leg, so that's below the belt. So you can kick them in the leg.
Yeah,
right.
Which is a devastating kick, actually.
And you cannot kick a downed opponent to the head. You cannot kick the head of a downed opponent.
Kind of stuff, yeah.
And by down they mean 3 points or more.
Just keep in mind here now, because I'm thinking about this Ali against Lee comparison. Muhammad Ali got his jaw broke in the first 15 seconds of the first round and went 15 rounds with Ken Norton.
Was that Norton or Frazier? Yeah, you're right. That was Norton.
That was Norton.
Yeah.
So 15 rounds with a broken jaw against a heavyweight who could hit you real. I can't imagine Bruce Lee going 15 rounds with a broken jaw getting pounded on by a guy that size.
But Bruce Lee wouldn't have got his jaw broken.
Why? He was made of steel?
But you don't know that. You can't say that.
It's not that. It's not that. It's like I said again. It's how should I put it? Believe me, and Muhammad Ali was my idol. Actually, Bruce Lee. Muhammad Ali was like my.
Yeah, I was a massive
comfort animal. Okay. Yeah, Muhammad Ali was like my comfort animal. You know, because I was an abused child, and that was where I used to go to for my emotional support was Muhammad Ali. So it's hard for me to say this, but I honestly, in my heart, believe that Bruce Lee would just kick his ass. And it's not just it's not that I don't think Muhammad Ali is tough, but it's with martial arts a lot.
Here's the other thing, though. Bruce Lee never really had a fight. Not really. He never had a competitive fight. You know.
Yeah.
He did a couple of things, but he never really. He didn't go and fight at like a high level as a competitor.
Right. Yeah, and you know what? Anybody can get their jaw broken. Anybody. That's the one thing you can learn about in fighting is that anybody is breakable, and nobody thought
get his jaw broken at Ozfest.
Yeah, nobody thought Buster Douglas would be beating Mike Tyson, but there he was. Tyson.
There was one kid who put money on Buster Douglas.
But the point is anybody is breakable, and so Muhammad Ali was definitely a good defensive fighter. The fact is Norton did manage to hit him and break his jaw in the first round.
I guess it's like Floyd Mayweather, right? It's almost impossible to hit Floyd Mayweather even when he was 48.
Right.
But then would he fight someone else who was a lot bigger than him in their prime? I'm not sure as well. Could he dodge Pacquiao, until he had a dodgy arm?
Yeah. I mean,
Mayweather's a great businessman in that. He'll wait till the perfect moment to fight someone, but he's also very fast and difficult to hit. But would he have fought
Floyd Mayweather against Andre the Giant? Who would win?
Oh my God!
If there were no rules, Andre the Giant.
It depends on the rules again. Yeah, it depends on the rules. That's what I'm saying. It really depends on the rules.
Yeah. I think even with pure boxing rules, Andre the Giant wins that fight.
Yeah, I'm leaning toward Andre.
There's going to be a game out there that allows you to play this scenario.
With the size of the hand, he'd have to dodge 6 feet this way to not get hit.
I could see Mayweather hitting Andre the Giant with everything he's got. and Andre the Giant not even throwing a punch
Well,
back.
well,
And just
Mayweather was
laughing
never a
at him.
knockout
Andre
guy.
just laughing at him.
Yeah, I could see
you don't
Mayweather
need
just
to knock him
dropping
out.
dead from exhaustion.
Maybe, yeah.
In
He'd
the middle
need
of the
to get
first
a
round.
ladder to knock out Andre the Giant.
Well,
But
he
mate,
been
you don't
hit-
need to knock
again,
someone
depends
out.
on the
You just
rules.
need to hit
Telling
them
you,
more.
he would have to jump to hit that dude in the head.
But you
It would-
wouldn't
Body
go
shots.
for his head. That's what I'm saying. With Andre, with that kind of thing, because of the distance, the reach, just the sheer reach, you
Body
wouldn't be
shots.
targeting his head. You'd be targeting his arms and kidneys to shorten his reach. So you would be targeting up in here. Okay, so
Right,
the
sure.
Andre the Giant, his reach will go from
Right.
here to here. Then you can go for his head. The
But
thing
he-
is, do you have enough time to shorten his reach so you could go for his head? See,
But
it
he would not
depends.
react.
Right.
I promise you, Andre the Giant could take every single punch to even his midsection, even to his balls.
Right.
If you hit him
Right.
directly,
It's not-
That's what
not-
I'm saying, like,
No, but
You
your
hit
thing is
my balls.
you're aiming at. You wouldn't just you'd be aiming at specific points. I mean, specific places where
yeah, but
muscle
there's
and
like
bone articulate.
there's
It's. I mean, I'm not
yeah,
saying it's
but
impossible.
we're talking about
I'm
Andre
not.
the
I'm not
Giant
saying
here, who was huge and padded.
yeah,
Like it's not like, you know how hard you got to hit a guy that's got an
See
eight
that you made
inch
Carl
layer
run
of
away.
lard.
Carl got a phone call or something. Anyway, where are we in time?
Oh, is that what
We're
happened?
an
How-
hour and 30
1:31.
minutes. 1:31. So it's
Yeah,
not time to
we
say
should do
goodbye
a commercial.
I'll do a commercial. Why not?
Yeah.
You know what commercial I'm
Now,
going to do?
how far behind am I? Do you want me to go in and out or anything, or what do you want me to do?
It's hard to tell how far behind you are, but I'm going to
Well,
try.
we'll Matt, count to three, and we all raise our hands when you say three.
One,
we'll find
2,
out.
3. Not that far
You're,
behind.
you're 3.5 seconds behind
Okay,
us, Willie, or your reflexes are that slow.
Hey,
Either your
that could be it, too.
reflexes are slow, or you're 3 seconds behind us.
You know who's got really
You'll have
quick
to
reflexes?
excuse my friend. He's a little slow.
Right. You know who's got really quick reflexes?
Geronimo.
Mr. Geronimo.
Hey there, I'm Mr. Geronimo, product manager for Tracy's Dog. What is Tracy's Dog? Well, for $50, we send you a high-quality sex toy right to your door.
High quality.
Yeah, $50. Are our toys any good? No. They're f***ing amazing. Yeehaw! Each toy is made with body-safe silicone. We are constantly evolving and innovating our product line. They are built for one thing, to shake your world with orgasms you ain't never seen before.
You ain't never seen before.
Do you like spending $100 for your sex toy? 80 of it goes to retail. What about bumping into your family while at the sex toy shop? Good taste. Get the pleasure you deserve without broadcasting your secrets. And think of all the money we're going to be saving you.
Yeah. Tracy's Dog. Yeehaw. Tracy's Dog.
Yeah.
You know, it looks like Carl and GD are both. He thought he had more time than that, didn't he?
I didn't know that's how that commercial. I forgot that's how that commercial ended. I was waiting for a different ending.
Oh. You would think somebody would say, "Cut. Let's do that part again." With the no, they're fucking awesome.
When
and
the
he takes
thing
the time
fell?
and and the shit falls over. You think the guy
Yeah.
holding the camera would say, "Let's do that again," but I guess not.
They may not have had a technical director. They may have just had a camera guy who didn't give a shit.
Well,
Or
another
think
thing
this-
that I think is funny about it is he mentions how you don't want to bump into family while at the sex store or whatever, but it says Wallace. Like
Wallace?
they use old English. Wallace. Instead,
Really?
while at they said
Yeah.
Wallace, which
Wiles.
is like the old English term. Yeah, yeah.
Wild.
I guess I don't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wiles,
Yeah. But what
yeah.
kind of accent is that again? I know I said this before, but I don't know. I'm having a difficult time. I don't think that's
Probably
a Texas.
Oklahoma. Sounds like Oklahoma to me.
Tracy's Dog.
That's what I'm gonna say.
Tracy's Dog.
It sounds like a Long Island accent to me. I mean,
Hey
Oh
there,
my God.
I'm Mr. Geronimo, product manager for Tracy's Dog. What is
Tracy's dog. Tracy's dog. I don't know.
Louisiana. Like, who's that? Oh, gosh,
Product
darn it.
manager for Tracy's dog. Yeehaw.
James Carville. Is that Louisiana?
Mr. President, we're dying down here. Yeah. Tracy's dog is dying down here. Yeah.
Oh
Anything
my
could
God.
fit. I could say anything and make it sound
All I know is I went on that website and I saw things that I can't wait to try, honestly.
Really? Now, this
Oh
is what
yeah, no, there's some interesting stuff on there,
the
bro.
double
I can't believe the shit you can get at Walmart now. Fucking
the double-sided dildo. I mean, it's
yeah. I've been using one of those ever since San Andreas.
why you got two holes to fill?
No, I meant in the video game in the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. You can use a double-sided dildo to beat somebody to death.
Really?
Yeah. You can go into a
dildo
porn
as a
shop
weapon.
and get it, or you can just beat up a whore. Sometimes a whore will have a double-sided dildo on her when if you kill her on the street, she'll have a double-sided dildo, and then you can take that double-sided dildo and just go beat people to death with it.
I could get Tiffany, who used to sponsor the program with the non-toxic from Entice Me, but then we'd have to she wouldn't do a commentary on that, but she sells similar stuff. She could give us a walkthrough on how all these things are used. See,
that'd be great. That'd be great.
That's the link. I'm going to go to the website now and just pull up some of the things that I have questions about. Here's the how you would actually apply them. The application of let's use this guy's thing from yesterday to put this in the chat room. If anybody wants to go to the website, they can do that there. Oh, that's not the banners. I'm sorry. I want to put this in the comment section. There you go. So if I click this, put it in up here, and let's see, bing, 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 ricochet, rabbit, and come over here and present a share screen. Select window or screen, StreamYard Studio. No, it's not showing.
There's a Hunter Biden sighting. He's just made a surprise visit to Capitol Hill.
All right. What?
Interesting.
Hunter Biden just made a surprise visit to Capitol Hill.
Oh, so he's got complying with the subpoena, which is interesting. Jim Jordan was saying he wanted him arrested for not complying with a subpoena.
Yeah.
And then he hasn't, which is really weird. But why is this not? Let me see if I put it in Chrome instead, because I want to ask about how some of these things or I get some conjecture about how some of these things might be used. Not now. Show entire screen. It's not showing up in my share screen stuff. Present, share screen, select window. No, I'm not getting any of it. Why? Do I have to use the other computer to do this? No, we don't.
I think you need to use the Willie's computer to do it. Willie, can you send yours back?
No, we don't need to use. No, he's just being silly.
What?
Yeah. That's right. You heard me. What are you gonna do about it?
Beg to differ.
All right.
Beg to differ. Well, it'd be just like you to beg.
Yeah, beggar. No, we don't have beggars here.
It's beggar, if you don't mind.
Beggar.
Oh my God.
Beggar.
Oh my God. That was good. That was
enter
good.
studio.
That was good.
Yeah, I'm having.
I got two left. Did you count that, Matt? I got two left now.
I didn't count that. No, that doesn't count.
Damn it.
I don't know. No, you got me pretty good. That should count. I feel like that should go on the board.
All right, we'll put that one in the books. Fine. Cheap sex toys for sale. This is what we want. Now, okay. This makes sense. The
nunchuck.
the rubber.
Yeah, that's like a clit sucker. There's a clit sucker there.
This thing, the thing that's turning around here, it says OG Pro 2 clitoral sucking vibrator. Well, who has two clitoris? Do you guys have two clitorises? Either one of you?
Two women. Two women can use it at the same time.
Well, the way it looks, it kind of looks like
instead of just like scissoring, you can.
It looks like something from a kids movie. Yeah.
I'm not sure. It looks to me like the longer end goes into the vagina, and then the other end with the little circle goes on top of the clitoris, and it's supposed to blow or suck or vibrate. I have no idea.
Now you said clitoris. That's how I've been saying it for 40 years or something, and everybody makes fun of me when I say it that way. I know it's clitoris, and I always say clitoris. I don't know because it rhymes with lavoris, which you use after licking the clitoris.
The mouthwash.
I'd say it both
ways. Let me pull that down. The Flamingo Mini Sucking Vibrator. This is a weird.
That looks like an artificial heart. Artificial transplant.
It absolutely does look like an artificial heart.
It's only half a heart.
Or like a canteen or something.
Or a left lung. It's like a left lung. It's like yeah.
Where's my wife? Honey, come look at these.
Now,
and the thing on the far right looks like a vibra slap almost.
Yeah, this thing.
It's like a musical instrument. It's a vibra slap.
Now,
what is that? What is
That's a jaw harp. That's a jaw harp.
What's happening here?
Dynamic pulse setting and automatic heating feature. So it looks like this is like a power button on here.
That's a musical instrument. That's a percussion instrument. That's like a vibra slap.
10 vibration modes. Can you tell by this diagram what it's actually doing? This diagram here, what it actually does?
No.
It looks like you put it on your knee.
It looks like you use it on infants to put them to sleep. You know, when you get like a colicky baby and you can't get them to sleep, instead of putting them in the car and driving them around, you use that on them.
Now, Rose sucking vibrator.
What if your girlfriend's not named Rose? What if your girlfriend's name is Lila?
My mother would have loved that.
Or Lily.
Her name was Rose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that's very specific. That's a very specific thing to have if you have to have someone named Rose. Like my wife's name is Carol. What would her device look like?
Right.
Me.
Like Bob and Ted and Alice.
A carousel?
Well,
and that thing on the top, go back, Matt. Matt, go back one.
You want me to go to that one? I was skipping that one. Hold on.
There's like a yellow one. That one. The yellow one on top right.
Oh, the duck?
That looks like a minion. That's like a Disney character.
Mr. Ducky. Like, what are they doing? I hate, it looks like they're appealing to kids with this stuff. Like,
wow.
Yeah, that is like Joe. That is the Joe Camel.
Yeah,
that is the Joe Camel of sex toys.
Yeah,
all right, now Osborne blowjob masturbator. First of all, Osborne, not Osborne. Osborne. Careful, once you've had this, your hands may no longer feel that.
So this is like going to simulate feeling like a blowjob. See, that's the kind of thing I need. That's realistic oral sex toy ever.
Oh yeah.
It'd be easier for me to just do myself. I mean, to just suck myself off.
It looks like he's doing a magic trick there.
No, yeah, it's less messy if I just suck myself off.
yeah. Ta-da!
What are these buttons? Oh, that's for suction control, like how hard the motor.
That's settings and stuff. Yeah. The different power, the different back and forth. Yeah, how hard are they sucking? What kind of tempo are they sucking?
And what's the price on that one?
$69.99, of course.
Now, see, this is the kind of like vibrating cock rings. Listen, hang on. Okay, I want to say something. I want to say something. I'm very serious when I say this, fellas. If you want to ensure that your woman orgasms, use a vibrating cock ring. They are one of the
Why?
most sure ways to get a woman to orgasm is to use one of these vibrating cock rings during intercourse. If you want your woman to orgasm during intercourse, use a vibrating cock ring for fucking sure. I'm telling you.
All I
I
have
know
to
what
do
I'm
is have
talking
sex with
about.
my wife, and all I
As
have to do is have
endorsed by
sex.
One Will See right here on the Coffee with the Dog program. They should put that right in the advertisement, in the product placement stuff. Endorsed by One Will See on Coffee with the Dog. We have to say
I'm
goodbye
not
to.
spending.
I mean,
I'm not spending money on
yeah.
and I'm not sorry. I'm happy with my wife faking her orgasms. I don't need
Yeah,
to buy that thing.
me too. I always love when your wife makes her
God,
orgasm.
see that's terrible. You should
I
not
know.
be happy with that. That should not be something that's okay with you. You like
Well,
women, stop faking orgasms. Do
I
yourselves
like
a
what.
favor and stop faking orgasms altogether
All right,
because it's the
Will, you
original
muted. Will,
participation
you
trophy.
muted.
It's only right because I've been faking mine also. So we're both faking.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
It's
So
okay.
we
Oh
have
my
to say
god.
goodbye to Govs on that note.
Bye, Govs.
Sam Talent, March 8th and March 9th. Buy your tickets today so you don't get
Woo,
left
woo.
out. There's only 270 seats available, so you want to get on that. Sam Talent